Alright, finally we get back into some Path of Exile. Almost didn't make it again this week, but we got there. Now, what am I doing? Act 3, I believe. Alright, so first thing to do is just go rescue Clarissa and then see if we can get some of the... Oh, get Spellslinger going. I have a bunch of rubbish. I do have a bunch of rubbish. Let's get rid of this first. You need to take my rubbish. Might save those for something. Hello, Adam Sims. How are you doing? It was supposed to be earlier Panz, but the update took longer.
Stay true to you.
Put all this stuff in. Need to keep those, I think. I don't think I need these. Don't know if I'm using a herald. Just got up and fed the kids and took the dog out. Nice. How is everyone? How are you? I guess.
My help is yours. Stay true to you.
Having some breakfast. Nice. Do I just want a dump tab? Why are these all down here? Do I even need them? Guess I don't need them yet. Okay. Hey Nasky, how you doing? Did I go hand that thing in? I did. Right, good. Okay. Find Clarissa. Man, I can't remember anything about this build. Oh, it does that though. Okay. I'm doing really well, man. It's been all... Just the fact that I can actually play some Path of Exiles, yeah, so good. Do it down here. Orb of Storm, Stormblast Mine, okay. Like I played for a couple hours, like on League Start, and then had all these plans of when I was gonna get extra game time in, and it just never happened. Made me sad. Oh, there's Clarissa up there. Donk. I mean, I literally only just turned it on. This is early for me. I freed up some time to get an early stream in. Oh, generally? So I've been a couple of years like on this sort of schedule. But I was streaming for probably over a year before that, but not really as much of a thing. Right, just as
I don't mean to sound
something
ungrateful,
occasionally.
But we've no time for talk. Tolman was out here with me, and now Piety has him.
You got 2 purifying cleanses and got Burnout Rector. And then you got a Wraeclast and put a holdover on it. That's pretty good.
You're another matter entirely. Please, you found.
How do I find it? Well, for me it was really good at the start. It was just a nice way I could interact with other people without actually having to leave the house.
Our garden swells with light.
You know, and I was just playing, like I started playing Hearthstone. Well, I was playing Hearthstone, and one of the most common things that when I was watching, you know, my favorite streamers on Twitch, people would say, how do you get good? And they'd give the general advice. Am I supposed to... And they'd include in that, no, you should probably, you know, record your play and watch it back. You know, if you really feel up to it, stream it, because then people will come in and tell you what you did wrong. Which is true, people definitely come in and tell you what you do wrong. And I wasn't really much in for the, like, watching the video, like, recording myself and watching the video. And I thought, you know, I could probably do a stream and have people come in and tell me what I do wrong. I have worked through, like, way back then, I was, you know, I had work. I'm a home dad. So, like, the kids are in school, so we want someone home. And I was doing extra study at the time to sort of fill the time. So it was more of a, yeah, like I just didn't feel like sitting around watching Dr. Phil. Not that there's anything wrong with Dr. Phil, like I like Dr. Phil, but you know what I mean. Wanted to be a bit more, spend my time a bit doing something else. Especially when it started, you know, I got a little bit popular. Not very popular, but just a little bit. You know, enough to have regulars and have people come through. And then I figured, you know what, I'm not going back to, like, serious full-time work for a while. So why can't we see if I can do something with this? So I just sort of directed a bit more time towards it. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was, I mean, it was looking really good about a year ago with... it was actually probably a bit more than that, a year and a half ago. It was doing really well with Slay the Spire, but then, you know, it sort of started to decline and I didn't really want to play Slay the Spire much anymore. I still play the daily every day because I enjoy it, but I don't want to play, like, Ascension runs or Heart runs. And I've got Adam Sims, of course. Do I want any of this? I don't think I want any of this. I don't know why I even come in here. I don't really like this league mechanic. I think from a crafting point of view, I think the league mechanic's really good. But for anything else, I just don't want to... How do I put seeds down? I just don't even... I just don't really care. Oh, there we go. Is there a way I can just drop them all? Greener? Any tips or anything give to new streamers? Like, so most of the stuff that you, if you watch any of the YouTube videos of people that either are successful or aren't successful, which is really funny watching the YouTube videos of people that aren't successful on how to be a streamer. The standard tips are really strong. Like, have a schedule. There's a couple channels you can watch if you really want to get into it, but they're very discouraging because most of the advice is it doesn't matter, you're not going to get discovered anyway, which unfortunately is, you know, something needs to happen. Hey Chauncey, if you condense the life force, an auto plant button will be. Someone said not to condense the life force though, and I don't know why. But I haven't gotten into it enough really to do it. So I think if you're looking at just streaming because you want to, and that's what happened with me. Like I wanted to stream for a reason other than I wanted to be a streamer. I wanted to stream because it was one of the options given to me on how to get better at Hearthstone. It was very so it was very specific, and I was okay. I was decent, but definitely not. Oh, this is a really awesome player. Let's go watch him, type of stuff. So I was just streaming it, and one of the things, and I got better because all the things that streaming does when you interact with people, it slows you down with the games. You think through your turns a bit better instead of just going on autopilot and making misplays, which is something I'm really good at, even with streaming. And so for me, it was just a few hours. I'd do like 2 to 3 hour streams 2 or 3 times a week. And it was just to fit around my lifestyle. But one of the things that anyone should do if you are just wanting to start in from a casual point of view, or you're seriously looking at being a content creator, set a schedule and stick to it. That's just so important, because even if you're just looking at just having a bit of a muck around, it's the same as having a casual group, whether you join a club for a sport or a hobby or something. There's a time and a place. The place is obviously on your computer, but the time's really important, because that's, if someone pops by and likes your stream and wants to show up again, chances are the time they first met you is going to be available for them the next time around. So things like, I've seen some schedules where people have the same schedule every week, but they'll stream 3 or 4 days out of the week, and the time will be a different time each of those days, and that's really hard to make work. So similar time frame on whatever days you do each week, and do the same days each week, and then just grow with it. But you need to, if you really want to get serious into it, find some way that other people can find out what you do. So you need to get an involvement in either YouTube or Reddit, in some form of community, and have a reason why people are going to just come and see you the first time. I'm going to the crematorium. Okay. The life force goes away if you change zone, so condensing it saves for higher tier seeds. I probably should watch some videos. I was going to find out about the harvest mechanic at some point and try to get involved in it, but I don't play enough of the end game to find out if it's worth it for the crafting and the time investment. Well, I would like to play more in game, and if I can find a time spot, like this time spot on every week to play, then I probably would. Man, that's probably the quickest I've ever found the crematorium. I normally get lost in this map forever.
When you build something like this, you make persecution a way of life.
It's the trial down there, isn't it? Man, he is... yeah, he's not in a happy place. Sorry, Tolman, I'll come get you in a minute. I've just got to go do this thing with a book. What games are you streaming, Nowski? If you want to take it seriously, set a schedule and find a community, like find some other way that the community for whatever games you're streaming can find you.
Allow your wisdom to be tempered by the flames of the past.
Right, because the discoverability on Twitch is really poor. So sorry, what games do you stream? Hey Timnos, yeah, I started on League Start, but I just couldn't find the time to keep going, and I was gonna, come in for a couple acts last week, but something came up, and then I got the time this week. I was supposed to start like an hour ago, and I went to kick off, and it goes, oh, we need to do an update, and you have a Steam client, so we'll see you in an hour. I'm like, yep, thanks. Ah, that's nice and quick.
There she is, my work in progress. Let's
When
see if
I'm ready,
Wraeclast
and
has
not
been
before.
good to you, witch.
Don't do that, it hurts.
Harness your fear!
I have like no damage, is this what's happening?
Harness your fear!
Man, I am struggling to play this build. Why do you keep walking out of that? Stand in my damage.
Harness your fear! Enough of this!
Ah, good. Monster Train and Truckmania? Yeah, I mean, you should like, you get the comments from people, play what you want to play, but there's a thing, like, you got to play what you want to play and what people want to watch. Like, if you bounce around from just everything to everything, it'll be really slow. Hey Titaville, I'm going really well today. So if you don't, but if you want to really treat it as a potential future or something to do, like, seriously, even as a hobby, if you want to do it seriously, sticking to one game is going to be the best option. So the roguelikes and PvP games are really good because they've got a start and a finish point, and people can jump in and watch you play, and then go do their thing, you know. Plus, if you're good, that gives people a reason to stick around. And, you know, if you're very entertaining, that also gives people a reason. Did I not go get the waypoint? I don't need to go get the waypoint, do I? Nice. I love how you just get that waypoint. Thank you.
Be careful.
That would just make life complicated.
You're welcome. Feel free to ask questions anytime. Especially if I'm not playing Monster Train, because then I can just chat a bit more.
To see where its path was taking it.
Stay out of the shadow.
Do I want any of these? Flammability, conductivity, frostbite, discipline. What?
General Gravicius demands absolute...
Okay, so what's the deal with the Spellslinger? It's going to do stuff, right? I need a 4-link. Stay out of the shadows. They boit. That's right. Spellslinger Arc Elemental Focus. And Lightning Pen. Okay, where do I get Lightning Pen from? That's from Clarissa. We all blues.
Need some help?
I also need a wand attack. Like Power, Siphon, or Frenzy. Probably. Lightning Pen. It's the Apple Pen Apple Pen sequel, yeah. Do I not have it yet? Oh, I need to do that first. Okay.
See you.
Alright, so basically, if I go, like, just do that, right? Then all of a sudden I don't have to cast a spell, I just wand, yeah? Yeah, thanks, Nowski. Appreciate that. That's what I go for. Like, I'm not a over the top. Like, I get excited when something. For me, I get excited when something's really exciting. I don't. And there's nothing wrong with entertainers that their thing is being excited over just anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's their deal. That's totally fine. But I'm just not interested in being like that. You know. One, I don't think I could do it properly, or give it, you know, do the proper job with it. And two, I don't know. I just want to be myself, and I'm a chill guy, so I like to think I'm a chill guy.
Be careful.
And one thing that streaming that I really attracted me to streaming was I found out it. I wouldn't say I was ragey, but I'd get very sort of focused. If something went wrong in some part of my life, I'd sort of fixate on it, and that could make get overly angry about bad situations. And streaming just sort of, I don't know, it really mellows me out. Although with games, because I'm very passionate about games, like sometimes I fixate on a point of that, and after a stream I'm like, man, I really got stuck into the game about that. Probably shouldn't do that. Let's go get the elemental focus from Nina. Thanks, TWL. And I think that's probably the single hardest thing is if you can fit the role that you're comfortable with. Like if you feel like you have to really put on a part, you have to be capable of putting on that part the entirety of your content. And for me, it's just easier to just be me. You know, have people that hang out with with me because they want to hang out with me. If someone comes in here and they're like, look, I really don't like your style. You'd do better if you did this and this. Well, that's kind of wrong. I wouldn't do better. I might be better for them, and I might be better for other people, but that's not better for me. You know? So having people that just want to hang out with me being me, you know, that's just it. And it's the same as why, like, some people say with some of the... Like, I play on levels of game, difficulty levels of games way harder than I should. But that's because I enjoy that, and I enjoy the getting, you know, stuck in a corner with a game for exhausting amounts of time and trying to work it out. And so there's other people that are like that and that'll stick it out, and we've had times where we've been stuck on puzzles for way too long, and then when we solve it, like, everyone's excited about that. So people that don't want to be part of, like, do that, then they go find someone else, and I think that's better than trying to hook onto people that don't want to see the stuff that I want to do. I need to get my 4 links, I think. Definitely. And I want to quickly just go into... Let's go back to Thing and... Apart from that, yeah, most of it is just really... There's no super anything. Like, unless you do something that allows people to be like, oh my god, this guy does this. Okay, what's happening here? Did I put the wrong spell on here? Yeah, you just need to find a way of having people know that you're doing what you're doing. I've got arc on it. Is it not arcing? Oh, I've turned it on. Okay, hang on. I've done the wrong thing here. That needs to just be default attack? Aha! Oh, that's sweet. Alright, come back here. I'm gonna... Yeah, baby. Alright, cool. This is gonna be great. Alright, so let's just go get a bunch of blue 4-links and some blue-green stuff. Adam Sims, you're still hanging around. That message on a potato thing, like, that is just weird. Where are we building out to? Up to sovereignty? Okay. It's kind of funny though. Okay, sewers. Let's go. About the discoverability. I mean, really? Yeah. It's one of the things, and I don't agree with it, but I understand where it sort of originated from, where people say, yeah, you shouldn't, like, you should just stream because you want to stream, not stream because you want it to be a job. And it's like, yeah, that's because, like any hobby, it's really hard just to jump into it and have it be a job, right? Even like what we would, I don't know what the proper word for it is, but like jobs where you can, not legitimate jobs, because streaming is a legitimate job if you get to that point. But like, if you were to open up a shop front, whether it be for some sort of food or a good that, you know, someone can come in and purchase, or you offer a service, like, I don't know, you sew stuff or do computer repairs, or, you know, any sort of actual shop front, you know, you might not have customers, you know, but at least, you know, there's ways around that. Like, there's like the Yellow Pages phone book in a lot of countries, which still exists but in an online format, or, you know, you can drop leaflets in people's houses if you've got a service. You just can't do that with Twitch, right? There's no marketing to say, hey, you know, Bob's Pizzeria is now open. So, and places like that, like, you know, a lot of businesses in real life, they can just open and start doing trade because they rented some space on a main street and they put a sign out out the front that says selling pizzas for lunch. You know, and people will walk past and be like, hey, I could do with a pizza for lunch. That doesn't happen on Twitch. If you've already got a Twitter following, that's not too bad. Getting one's a bit rough. Yeah. So then, like, Reddit's another one, but they have strict guidelines on, like, self-promotion. I think it's a 1 in 10 rule. Like, you've got to have, for every 10 comments you make, only one can be a self-promotion, and the other 9 have to be like genuine contributions to whatever's going on. So one of the good ways about trying to use Reddit is in the Reddit for the games that you play. Being part of discussions with, especially like Monster Train, discussions on cards and mechanics, or if you find an interesting interaction, especially while you're streaming, then it's kind of a way you can squeeze in an extra self-promotion if you want to, is if you have footage of an interesting interaction, you can post it up as your own post, or you can use it as a reply if someone says, hey, what happens here? And you can go find, and you're like, oh, that happened to me the other day. You go find the VOD, clip it, and then link it to them and say, hey, this is what happens in what you're talking about. And, that's not actually self-promotion. That's you answering their question. But you get to let them know that you're streaming as well. Oh, that's just the hideout. I don't want that. Yeah, but it's also, it's kind of, sneaky, I suppose. But it's helpful. Because you can say it in words, but if you can say to someone, this is what happens, and you've got video footage, they can just watch it. And, like, you back it up with your words. You say, oh, this happens when, blah, 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 XYZ equals 1, 2, 3. Here's some footage that demonstrates it. And I can see why this is strong, because I don't have to think. I can just, like... I like it. Synergistic, yeah. Synergies. I mean, it's an opportunity. Whereas you could just answer the question for someone because you know it happened, you also get to, add that little bit extra. Be like, hey, by the way.
Those seeds won't grow out here, Exile.
Yeah, but I don't really want to waste my time going back in there. I probably should. Alright, so if I just want to plant the seeds and do the stuff as quickly as possible. Auto-plant, okay. I don't do anything if it just says, I can just auto-plant, right? And it uses my seeds from here as well, doesn't it? You're playing Among Us, and you said in game chat that your viewers thought something, and then people ask, yeah, so promoting yourself in a game, especially if you're playing a multiplayer game, like playing a multiplayer game is really, really strong because you can interact with people straight away and tell them about your streaming. But obviously you don't just jump into a multiplayer game and say, hey, by the way, I'm streaming, come watch. You know that. I mean, you can if you want, I guess. You've just got to be open enough to be able to do that. I can't. I don't self-promote enough on while I'm streaming to say, hey, guys, hit me up with a follow, please. By the way, have you heard of Twitch Prime? I think for the multiplayer games, probably the best way is to say, like, if you find people that you enjoyed playing with, and if they're good players, right? Because doing well is better than not doing well. Surprise, surprise. Doing well is better than not doing well. More at 11. Get like a Discord or some other way that you can say to them, hey, or ask them. Sometimes there'll be a community Discord, and you can join their Discord. But having in-game friends that you can play with at that time, just by playing with the same people, they'll come around to knowing that you're streaming, and they might hang out, and it might be when they're not playing at the same time. They might be having Wednesday off from playing because they've got to do something else, but they'll put you on in the background because they still want to see what happens. Yeah, don't jump into other people's streams and put yourself. Yeah. Which, strangely enough, what helped me the most early in my streaming, when I wasn't even doing it as I was a streamer, I was just streaming, was my WoW guild. Because I was playing Hearthstone, and the reason we were all playing Hearthstone is because, you know, you just load up a game of Hearthstone while we're waiting for Raid Finder to pop or something, you know. No, you're not. I'm not saying. TWL just said something about jumping into other people's streams. Like, people do that, man. They jump into random people's streams that are playing the same game. Like, hey, I'm playing this game too. Come watch me play at the same time. Yeah, and I said, oh, I'm going to stream this. And they're like, okay, so they came and watched and made fun of me. But what that meant is I had a couple people in chat, you know. So if you're playing a multiplayer game that other people are playing, you know, if you've got friends that play it with you, get them to jump into chat and just, you know, either just talk to you in type in chat or talk to you in chat. Pepper. No, she's not out. Trial. Okay. Yeah. No, you don't come across like that. If you're ever worried about if you're coming across like that, you're either overthinking it or you know that you're coming across like that. I don't think there's really much of a middle ground. So usually I think a lot of people that are worried that they're self-promoting, oh, that doesn't go up that way, are just overthinking it. Wait, I've got to go, oh, I think I've got to go there right now. But one of the things too is that it's more of an annoyance than anything else. Like if someone comes in and like I had it once, and I didn't even have that many people. I had like, it would have been like 10 or 20 people in the channel, and people have come in and be like, "Hey, I'm streaming now over here. I'm going to go do this." And it's like, okay, you know, even if I had thousands of people, it's not going to make a difference. Like, no one cares. And that's one of the saddest things I think when we talk about, you know, what makes a difference. Nothing. You know, it's not like, yeah, owning like renting out a space and buying a neon sign, and that can make a difference because you can grab someone's attention from down the road while they're driving, and you've got a thing that says, you know, fresh pizza. And on Twitch it doesn't, you know. Oh, it's only for craft. Oh wait, it's up here.
In the left hand, surety in the right.
It's always pizza? Well, pizza's a big part of my life. It always has been. Yeah, so that's the thing, like if you look in the just the viewer list or the streamer list of any game, now the really popular games, the numbers, they don't seem to drop off as quickly, but they do. You know, there's just like, if you go to Fortnite, it's just that there's hundreds of streamers on, right? But any of the games where, like, you just look at the difference from having one viewer to having 10 viewers makes, to where that would put you on the list. And unfortunately, I think people, you know, they start streaming and 3 years later they're still streaming to 2 viewers. Because that's what happened. Like, am I just here for the trial? I was just here for the trial, right? And to get the seed. I should have 5 now, right? I do have 5. Oh look, I haven't noticed that. You don't even have to click on it. You can see that there's 5.
Yes.
I'm doing better at not picking up a lot of useless crap. I still pick up some rubbish along the way, but you know, I can't help myself. RPG are at heart. If those 2 viewers are reliable, I'd do it too. Small group of good people has been a lot of talks, but yeah, totally. 100%. One of the hardest things to do if you're really wanting to be a content creator and get a foothold in is banning a toxic viewer or telling them to go be somewhere else, because there's that thing of like, I need them because they're a viewer. It is not worth it. But I totally understand why people allow it. I just ban you when you're not here, Adam Sims. You couldn't help. You stopped playing. Yeah, but like TWL, you're a loot whore. I still have issues killing enemies, but at least killing enemies has some sort of actual benefit. It's small. Killing enemies in a game has I didn't need that. Has some benefit. That's really good. Having nice people is important. Diablo clones are made for loot whores. Yep. It depends, like what type of experience you're wanting out of the game. If you just want to play, well, I mean, I really don't like games that are just meant to be played and enjoyed for no purpose, which sounds funny because we play games for enjoyment, right? But there's a lot of games where you can spend 20 hours a week playing and do nothing except spend the time. And I've done that in a lot of games in the past, and I look at that and go, I didn't really get gaming enjoyment out of it. Time passed without, I just spent the time. Some of it I have enjoyed though, like I don't regret any of it, like the time I spent with Don't Starve and Oxygen Not Included. Now Oxygen Not Included was way early access type of stuff. It was fun, but it just didn't do anything. It just a few weeks later I just hadn't done anything. Yeah, or BDO, man. I've seen people play that and it's like, no, not for me. But I had that in World of Warcraft. Like a lot of it I was just spending time playing because I didn't have anything else really I wanted to play, and then I just end up, rolling another alt and just playing stuff. Docs, sulfide. You're the guy who literally ran back and forth. Yeah. You set up a portal and you just go in and out of it 20 times so you can take your 1 penny pieces. That was actually, I don't know who told it to me, or who said it, if it was in a stream or if someone said it to me or on a video, but someone sort of said, why are you spending all your time in this zone picking up pennies when there are whatever the 5-cent coin is in America, nickels or dimes in the next zone? And then they said, when you get to the next zone, why are you spending all your time picking up whatever the 5 cent is when there are the 10-cent coins in the next zone? Okay. And then why are you spending all your time in the next zone picking up the 10-cent coins when there are quarters in the next zone? And then why are you picking up quarters when there are $half in the next, or dollars, and then you get notes, then $5 notes. You don't need to be picking up all these because they don't, you know what I mean? Like it's not worth picking up 100 pennies in the first zone. Because in that time, you can get to the zone where there are dollars and pick up a couple of dollars. Nickels 5 times 10, there you go. Do I not have any days off? No, but I'm not working. I'm playing games and hanging out with cool people. It's not stressful at all. So think of it like, if you watch a TV show 5 days, like if you watch a TV show that's on at like 7 o'clock at night every night, like, and it's one of the Monday to Friday TV shows, and then you watch some TV on the weekend, It's like you watch TV every day. You don't have time off. It's like, no, we have time. We spend time. We know we need to spend more time, and we're working on that. But she does her things. I do my things. You know, I get to spend time with the kids outside of this. Because the other thing too is like this is taking up work, like what would be work time for me. So if I was, like let's say I just had a regular 9 to 5er, as long as they let me work overnight. My time working at the bakery was probably like some of the best time because it's the perfect time spot for me. Because I'm a night person. It's just like, you know, playing on the weekend. Yeah, so I'm not doing this on top of a job. I'm, you know, doing this while I don't need to be, well I probably could be doing some part-time, but doing this to try at a time where I'm trying to build it so that if we get to the stage of our life where we don't feel we need to have someone home for the kids, if this is bringing in enough of a substitute income, then I'll stick with it. If not, like, and that's the goal, is grow while I can, and if we get there, awesome. If we don't, well, sad face. You're trying to balance full-time work, 2 kids, wife, and a stream. Okay, so like it depends on goals, and if you don't want to share them, that's cool. But if your goal is to become a full-time content creator, then you're probably gonna have to sacrifice a little somewhere, just a little. But you can't go gung-ho full into it, right? Because it doesn't work like that. It's definitely not the same as opening up an actual shop front. Streaming has different benefits for the streamer than being a YouTuber has. Like, for me, I get a lot out of the actual social interactions. Moments like this where I can actually, like, I can, like this very specific with you, I feel like I can give some advice from my experience that could be helpful, and that does something for me on a human level that I just wouldn't get at work. You know, and as much as when I'm working, I could give advice to people about the actual business stuff, and whether it be the software or when I was in hospitality, and that was good on a professional level. It's not the same, you know, like. You know, going in and telling some storefront owner why they're like hemorrhaging money every week because they spend too much on staff, and explaining it to them, and they go, "Oh yeah, it's not the same as, you know, having this sort of interaction." You stream 15 to 20 hours a week across 5 days. Like that's a big time sink. Like that's, for someone working full time as well. Like that's a lot of time to get started. So you do get the added advantage of regular streams, and it's different. Like it doesn't always, like, if I was going to start over again, I don't know if I would do a longer stream for less time, because when I started the first time, like I said, I wasn't planning on being a content creator. Am I supposed to be finding Panz? I need to get the sulfite. Do I have the sulfite? I got the ribbon spool from the previous one. I don't have the sulfite. Okay. Yeah, I was just doing it to get better at Hearthstone, and because I was playing in tournaments to try and play in more tournaments, because like I enjoyed the game. Panz distracted, yeah, totally. So for me, that was the biggest deal. I wanted to, you know, do better than, you know, bombing out after the second round somewhere, and try to push into Legend. And so my choice at that stage was 2 to 3 hour streams, 3 to 4 days a week. But there was another option of doing only 2 days a week, but doing sort of 4 to 6 hour streams. And they both have, like, there's benefits and downsides to both, and I think they balance out. So you could I'd probably do it the same though. Because for me, I think, and there were times where I have good viewership and I wanted to keep streaming, And so I would, and I'd have good viewers then. But then a lot of those people that were coming in, you know, and watching me and following at a point that was 2 hours after when I would almost always be off, there's a good chance they're not going to come in anymore, because if that's their time frame to watch, I'm streaming in a time that I never stream in. So, you know, they can't. They log into Twitch, you know, the next day, and I've already offline for an hour and a half. Subnautica was fun. Yeah. I streamed Subnautica. Same deal back then. Like, some of the people that were there every night for Hearthstone, they stuck around to watch some of the Subnautica. But for the most part, you know, it's the same as now. Like, if I finish up Monster Train, you know, it only takes 20 minutes and I'm down to like 20, 30 people, probably sometimes less. And that's cool. Like, people come to watch me play Monster Train. Some people want to hang out with me afterwards. So whatever I do after, if I stop playing Monster Train, that's what I view as like non-work streaming, if you know what I mean. Sounds weird saying it like that. You know, actual just gameplay. I'm just doing it still with the camera on. And like now, this is for me and for people that like Path of Exile. So instead of playing Path of Exile off stream, I want to share it. And similar to how when I was playing Hearthstone for streaming, I want to get better at this. And a lot of times it's easier for people just to, when I ask a question, someone say, oh, you need to do this. I'm like, okay, cool. I do it. And then we talk about it. And now I know it. Ish. What are we doing? Battlefront. You found me through Monster Train? That's a great game, hey. Okay, so it depends on your time frame, but I'm not sure, but quite a few hours after I get off, there's a guy, Voix64, who I'd strongly recommend. I can't ever watch live because I'm asleep, but I watch his VODs. Someone came in and said they were watching him play, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to check this guy out, because I check out pretty much any time someone says I've been watching this streamer, I check them out for Monster Train, because I want more content, because that's how I improve. And I just, you know, the streams are great.
What is it?
And for me, like, I talk fast. Well, I'm Australian, so we talk fast to start with, but I talk fast for an Australian, which I try to work on stream, but if I get a little bit excited, you know, then I start talking really fast, and it's super. And I can understand what I'm saying, but no one else can, except if they're Australian or if they're used to talking fast, or if someone who watches YouTube videos at 1.5 speed. He talks really slow, but he plays at a standard speed, and so I can put him on 1.5 times speed and understand everything, and then the gameplay goes faster, so it doesn't take as long to watch. You know. So I really like it. But he talks through his plays. His gameplay's really clean.
Yes.
But yeah, it's VOYIX64. Very good Monster Train content. Strongly recommend.
See you.
Oh, am I supposed to go blow up the thing now? No, I've got to give this to what's-her-face. Go Battlefront. You've been watching this Panz guy? Magic Beard? Wow, I like Magic Beards. We should go watch this Panz guy. Wait, who are you self-promoting someone in my channel, TDV? Hey, Kizrun. The Monster Train and the STS, nice. Jorbs does it. He's just too slow. Really? You think Jorbs is slow? I thought he was faster than I am. Jorbs is really good, though. But he hasn't played for a while. He's been really rotating out his games lately. I'm really happy for him with that. Because I remember when he tried to leave Spire for Teamfight Tactics and his channel tanked. I know that feeling. We all know that feeling. It happened to all of us. So it's really happy that he's able to like variety up a bit now and keep his channel going. Actually, one of Jorbs' run that it's something that made me start thinking about Rector Flicker in Monster Train more, and how he he didn't pick Burnout in one of his runs quite a while ago, because he doesn't play that often, because he had no Burnout cards, and he just didn't want to die to Daedalus. So he took Reform Rector of all things over Burn Bright, and won. And it really made me think about it. You know, I'd already been thinking about it a bit, but that sort of reassured me that I'd sort of I'd had an original thought of my own in a strategy game. And he sort of came to the same conclusion. Yeah, and I don't think tombs are that bad. Like, people really hate on the tombs, but the explosive tomb early game is super powerful. Especially if you get the if you don't get the gathered clergy in circle 1, you are now you've got enemies that have 40 or 45 hit points. Alright, now granted they only do 2 damage if you don't take a trial, but you know, you still want to kill them, right? Because usually behind them, someone with 5 damage. You know, and yeah, and the tombs, like, they explode for 35. Like, that does a lot of damage to someone that's got 40 or 45 hit points. Right? That allows you to take them out. Especially if you get the Waxer Snuffer, that's now 70 damage. Like, that's decent, right? That's more than decent. What's the other one? Oh, did you see the changes to the tombs? It's going to be interesting. Tombs are going to have 1 hit point and Burnout 1. Which, I think it's alright. Imp builds? I've seen a couple where it's been heavily imp focused. The problem is it relies so much on getting, like, if you want a full-blown imp build, you need to get a Transcend Imp, and they're rare. But having imps do stuff, they totally can do stuff, like an Endless Rage Imp in front of, well, preferably Hornbreaker Prince, right? But anything with multi, and you just can keep putting it down and build it, is strong. Armor Imp can be good. The hardest thing with Armor Imp, though, is you need to have a consistent way to kill it off. One of the best ideas someone brought up was get like a fireball with the event where you get the gold for playing it and hold over it, and then put an Armor Imp down behind your tank, and then every turn, and make it endless, and every turn you're playing the fireball on the imp to get the gold, as well as killing off the imp so that next turn you can put more armor on that front line. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do. Most of the time they end up just being support in the early game, which a lot of times I think is super strong. You know, things like you know, let's go with Hornbreaker Prince because he's the one that's guaranteed to be able to have imps. Well, not guaranteed, but if you can have imps, you know, it's 50-50. You're Hornbreaker Prince, right? Endless Energy Imp, yeah, like that's a way to do extra things. I'm putting 15 armor, which I think is getting buffed to 20, isn't it? But putting 15 armor on Hornbreaker Prince, who has 6 hit points, that's really good in circle 1 and 2. Like, that's super strong. It's very similar to the tombs. I think just because their value's not there as much
Our crop is ready.
in the late game. I think not having them in the early game because you think, oh, they're not valuable in the late game. Well, that's okay. They don't take priority. Just chuck them down and let them die. You know? You know, not everything has to have value through every stage of the game. I'm going to wait until these are all full, and then I'm going to pop them all and probably die. And I'm okay with that. Nah, I'll just wait till one of them is fully ready. What else is there? Yeah, I've seen a couple of. I haven't had one yet. I think I could have. I think I missed an opportunity to have an endless transcend imp do ridiculous things.
You are not a cockroach.
We did have the endless amount of sharks deck last night.
With cockroaches, I am.
That was ridiculous.
Black ones, four limbs
Not a cockroach.
The cockroaches will come again. They want the twist.
Oh, increased lightning damage?
Cockroach Emperor. The other bugs shout his name. Revicius.
Yeah.
Cross the river.
Thanks, Dahlia. I'm gonna go to the sewers. Go to the sewers and break the poop.
Not a cockroach.
Oh, if only we can get Bone Papa. So many times. If ever there was a perfect run to Guild Bone Dog. No, you know what the perfect run to Guild Bone Dog was? The one, the second last attempt to get Gold Shadow Eater. Where we were just struggling for so much health. We weren't, and Shadow Eater wasn't allowed to do his thing because we needed the enemies to get stunned by the crack pipe so we could gain health. Alright, Gravicius. I think I'm going to get punished here. Actually, I think I want to take that off my bar so I don't accidentally turn it off. Boom. Is he running away? Don't you run away from me. I need to up my flask. They're so bad. I'm very reactionary. I really want to play more so I can be proactive in things and get a good feel of the game because I love playing, but a lot of it's just been time. So I'm going to try and see if I can make this a regular thing. Time swap. Okay, kill some things. I'm doing nothing to him. Okay. Why are we doing 0 damage to Gravicius? I have extra lightning resistance, he says. Probably doesn't. What time do I regularly stream? During the week I start in about 15 minutes. Normally on Saturdays, I've been starting at the same time on Saturdays. Like Sunday to Friday I start in about 15 minutes. Saturdays, for a while, I didn't stream on Saturdays or Tuesdays. But then I found myself sitting around playing games off stream. And I'm like, why am I not streaming? Yeah, so I started early today because I wanted to get some Path of Exile in. And I didn't start as early as I wanted to, so I'm going to not do the Spire daily till a little bit later. And it's probably not a good idea because they're up. Yeah. It's the weekend. We killed him. Kind of. Wasn't pretty. Definitely wasn't pretty. Dude, I just killed your boss. Run away. But yeah, the idea is that I stream the Spire daily, yeah, usually in about 15 minutes. And then swap over to Monster Train for a few hours. And then either finish out with a couple extra hours of Monster Train or swap to something else. Oh, you're working for the next 6 hours? Ah, right, yeah. That's cool, man. Weekend viewers are great. You get to see some of the other games that I don't play during the week. I had a long stint where I had a bunch of indie game keys offered to me. Like, just out of nowhere. Which was really cool. Like, super cool. And I'm like, yeah, I'll play that game, that looks fun. A couple I said, no, I don't want that game. Won't talk about them. And so we're playing some really cool games over the... Oh, Cloudpunk. How good was Cloudpunk? Are we going in here? We are, right. Yeah, so what would happen is I'd pick up like a game and we'd play that for a large chunk of time on Saturday. And then that would be my sort of what I finished the stream off with the other days. Yeah, Cloudpunk and Filament were probably the biggest highlights out. Cloudpunk, I mean, it's really hard because most of my audience, like the Monster Train, Slay the Spire type games, not everyone, but the large majority of the people like that, they want to pay $10 for every 1,000 hours they get out of games. You know, sometimes they want more hours and spend less money. I can't remember how much hours. I think I put like 25 hours into the playthrough. We did a lot of the stuff, like it was almost a full playthrough. And it was super fun to play. Like it just looked amazing. The story was good. Nice little RPG. Filament was cute. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back and doing more of that. But the puzzles are getting really hard. They're still good though. It's really cool. We're cracking this open. Drop some mines down. How many mines can I have? 15. Ah! Don't kill me. Yeah. These guys are getting stronger. And I don't feel like I'm getting stronger. Alright, let's swap flasks over as well. I think I've got a flask I can swap to. What is that? That's a... no. Oh, what was that flower? The flower collectors? That was a really cool story game. That's something that like I was kind of interested in, but I don't think I would have ever gotten. The fact that they offered me a game key meant that I was able to play it, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that was a really good story. Like, someone had a story to tell in that, and they thought of some nice little mechanics that made it really nice. Ooh. Flasks. Okay, give me this better flask. So I can be using actual flasks. That is a huge difference. So instead of recovering half my health, I can recover more than my whole health in pretty much the same amount of time. Yeah, that's that's going to be better. Just get gooder with flasks, Panz. Do we wanna? Nah, okay. And you know when you swap flasks over, you have 0 charges. Like that's probably one of the worst things is when you put new flasks on, they have 0 charges. Deck of Ashes, yeah, I've done a couple playthroughs of Deck of Ashes. One of the changes they made, which is I think was an improvement. They made the runtime shorter, but I just think it just felt. And I don't know if it was because I was new at it when I was playing it, but it just felt like the runs took just a bit too long. Definitely the early games it did. And you didn't have to. You could go to fight the boss earlier, but you kind of feel like, why would you? It feels like you're wasting resources if you're not going to go do more fights. But it often felt that you get to like halfway through the stage and you're just now grinding up power for the sake of grinding up power. Hey Carino, this is a Spellslinger build. We've already got Spellslinger in play. So we just wand stuff and it casts all the spells for us. So that's the kind of the scaling, I guess. Yeah, and so the idea is you put a bunch of different spells with a Spellslinger gem on different items, and then you cast a whole bunch of different spells at the same time. And just end up with neon colours all over the screen doing damage to the enemies. And that's the best type of damage, isn't it? Neon colour damage. All over the screen. Yeah, at the moment I'm using lightning, so I've got arc. I'm going to get ball lightning onto another one at some stage when I get some gear. And then there's another lightning one that'll go on maybe if I get another piece of gear. But eventually it's going to be Volatile Dead with Detonate Dead. Hey Cole, how's it going, buddy?
When I'm ready and not before.
You'll do it when I say you'll do it. My puppet. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing it. I think I played through 3 of the characters in Deck of Ashes. I should probably go back and do another one. They were really cool too. Like they'd come into the stream and talk about stuff and see how I played and ask chat for what they thought on different things. And they took a lot of feedback on board from the streams they'd visited. Wait, I think I'm supposed to be going up this way. Adam Sibs. How's Raft going, Adam? Resident pun hater indeed, yeah. We'll get you a clock for Christmas. Every 12 comments you can take your own turn, right? Waiting for the next update. So what happens in the next update? Do you get more story or just more stuff to do along the way again? I'm getting strong. New story in Islands. So when I was looking at it, that's the one thing. And I remember Subnautica's early access, and one of the reasons why I didn't jump into that until it fully came out is because I didn't want to do a run through just to start from the beginning and run through even further, or pick up an old save file. I hate picking up old save files.
You either master Nightmare, or it masters you.
So I might have to wait till they full release. Oh man, I remember. Now I was getting some vibes when we came in here. I'm like, I'm not feeling too good. Now I remember. There's these enemies in here, these girls that they're a bit lewd, and they throw spines at you. And this is usually the first part of the run where I die a lot. And I was gonna not say anything because I was gonna jinx it, but it's not gonna change. Alright, Nowski, thanks for dropping by. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, dude. I think I want to check. The filter's on regular. Okay, that's... I feel like I've been seeing significantly less loot than I normally do, which is fine because it means I'm not picking it up. Maybe it's because I'm killing significantly less enemies than I normally do. Yeah, look at them! Oh, that clutch level up! I know, right? That was... Oh man. Pan's scared. Pan's scared. Okay. Okay, Divine Judgment. I know, they just spit out so much damage. Literally spitting it out. But if you can get them... Yeah, I think that's the thing. If you can get them before they shoot, which this one does because it's got like the chain, or the arc, I guess. Lightning. Which is why the build I did with... the minion build I did was fine because it was clearing them out before they got here. Before they would all simultaneously start spilling out the stuff. Do we want to just wake these guys up? Okay. We hit the button. Now that worked better than last time. I think that's how I'm supposed to kill them. That worked a lot better.
Too much clutter.
Too much clutter, you be quiet. Hey Nano, how you doing, man? How's the shut-in treating you? How's the baby making happening? I need to get back to town. I mean, don't give me any dirty details unless you want to. But you guys are having kids, right? Having kids? You went out and got a haircut, felt so free. Yeah. I mean, we're doing all right over here, hey. Like compared to everywhere else in the country. Not yet. Not yet. No little juices running around? Lil juice? Lil pill juices. No. Something sounds a bit off about that. It just doesn't quite sound right. How's Lil going?
Need something?
Yeah, if you're gonna get into kids, enjoy your freedom now. Thank God you're not Victorians. Well, see, the difference is, just because you're a Victorian wouldn't make you stupid. Huh. How do you reckon that works? You reckon if you were a Victorian, you would just be stupid? I mean, the news certainly portrays it that way. Do I want that? No. Just security guards, yeah. Oh man. What about that apartment with the security guard? Victoria is one of the states over here, and they're having a re-outbreak because they're being idiots. That's the simplest way. Like, whenever anywhere's having a re-outbreak, it's because they're being idiots, right? That's just how it works, yeah. Whereas I think we've had like one new case in the last 3 weeks or something. It's great. So a lot of stuff is reopening. And they're trying to tell us to open our borders. And the reason it is because our state said no and they've shut borders. There's no domestic travel, no international travel. They're even like really harsh on people coming through certain areas, like some of the main roads coming in from north. They're like, nope, you stay up there. Oh, where's my div card? Don't normally play PoE. I've played for a year and a half, I think. But not normally, no. I always do a League starter character on stream. I'm just a bit late to this one. Like I did Acts 1 and 2 on League start, and then just didn't find the time. And I went, you know what, screw it. Gonna go early with a bit of bonus stream on Saturday, and I said last week I was gonna go early with a bit of bonus stream, and then something came up. You know, IRL, right? Playing some Farmville? Yeah, I really appreciate it from a crafting perspective, but I don't like it as a mechanic. It feels like, especially coming off the last 3 League mechanics where you actually get to do something in the zone, this feels like what you do at end game. And even though you can get some benefit out of it while during the axe, like I liked killing the Metamorph while you're leveling up, or doing the Delirium run. Like you just jump. You get the Delirium thing, you're like, yeah, I'll do a Delirium. You open up the clouds, you run around and kill stuff. You know, you kill the Metamorph, do the Tower Defensive Blight. Whereas this doesn't do anything in the zone. You click the button, you collect the seeds. Yeah, it does. But I think making the currency, changing the value of the currency or what you use it for in terms of crafting or trading, I think that's fine for late game when, you know, I think all the League mechanics, well, have a really good purpose with, you know, crafting, which Metamorph was seriously lacking. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, like, Delving has a similar during the zone mechanic where all you do is collect the fuel, but Delve itself was like some all other next level that you got to do, right? So that was kind of worth only clicking on Soulfight. Man, I hate these. What are these things called? Ugh. They're so gross. Like, they just jump out in front, flash you their goodies, and then throw spikes in your face. You got a tab? Dude, I had a tab drop in like Act 3 last league. It was insane. Tentacle miscreation. That's what they're actually called. I love it. Oh. Yeah, it was so good not having to do the Blood Aqueduct farm. So you play this much, Nano? Or is it just cash? I would love to get into it, like, on a serious note, but and not so much the fact that, like, people always talk about, oh, it's been around for years, I'm missing so much experience. Like, you get that, right? That comes. But just finding the extra hours each week to try and play every few leagues. I play just enough where it doesn't matter to me if the league mechanic is bad or good or in between or whatever. Like, I just play for the journey and do some mapping and, you know, and just enjoy it. And then I get out. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with the league now. And I think that's good. Like, it allows me just to come back, you know, 2 months later or 6 weeks later, however long it is, until the next league from when I leave. Whereas I know people that, you know, jump in for, like, they play so much and they're burnt out and then they hate it. Oh, come on, party. Be nice. I said be nice. She's not being nice, by the way. That was scary. And this, I'm definitely struggling, I've noticed, to find the solo target damage. They're absolutely obliterating packs and multi-targets, but I don't know how to find the single target damage. No, go away. Go now. Give me a party. Go, 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 go. Well, that was rough. Hey, Pep. Up come. Sit, 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 sit. Good girl. You wait, you be patient. I know you know what's in here, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Wait, this one. Yeah, that's a good girl. Good girl. Okay, bye. That's become her routine when she comes out for a drink or if she gets let out for go to the loo. She comes in, gives me a cuddle, has a treat, and then goes. Ah. Alright. That went a lot better than I thought it would, considering the start of that fight. Yeah, she's living her best life. Cool party. Okay. Yeah, it's a midnight snack routine. Kind of, yeah. Ebony Barracks? Alright, let's go. Yeah, I really wish I could squeeze more.
You are the true spirit of the
Ooh, what do we got here? Glacial Cascade? I don't think so. Flame Blast. Ball Lightning? I'm taking that. Yeah.
You have claimed the most worthy of prey.
Hello.
No, not yet. We'll talk to you later.
Pity's off to meet the maker, is she?
Still breathing, eh?
Yeah, kinda.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
No.
Wherever he is.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Grigor.
Unfortunately, piety was simply...
No, Grigor, I don't want to listen to you speak, man. You're gross. Dude, he's like missing half of his face, and when he talks, and it's just... Nah. Not doing it. Garden's down here, right? No, just Necro. Gonna go full Spellslinger. Man, I thought the guard's gonna be down there. I did a last league I went totems. That was fun. And then one of the leagues before that I had the Raging Spirits Summoner. That was fun. That was so easy. That was just a cakewalk though. Alright, Randy, thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend. It's not missing. That's true. Party's been experimenting on him. Yeah, Party's a bit of a jerk. By a bit of a jerk, we mean completely, right?
When I'm ready, and not before.
So Path of Exile 2, hey? You gonna come back and collect all the loot in that, Teeterville? I think for me, it's going to be the perfect time where I would have played just enough of Path of Exile 1 where it'll be a nice change. But I'll probably still... I don't know, I'll probably still roll a character in 1. But maybe alternate. Like do 2 and then 1. You know what I mean? Like different league starts, maybe. Or maybe always do a league starter as 2. And then every other league... do an original character as well. You alternate between this and D3? Yeah, I just couldn't get into D3, hey. Like, and I played a lot of D1 and, you know, a moderate amount of D2. But, like, I couldn't even... I just... The single player just... The campaign just... I've never been a multiplayer thing. But just the storyline just bored me. Like, actually playing through the maps bored me. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely, totally can see. Yeah, just turn brain off and roll through it. I think the problem for me was that I don't want to... For Diablo 3, I didn't want to turn brain off and just roll it, which is what I do. Like, if I was playing this off stream right now, I would not be thinking at all. I would just be over-leveling in the zones watching YouTube. Yeah, I'm SSF. I hate non... I mean, I know you trade in-game, but I hate that there's no... You have to external sites and value. I want an auction house. Or a vendor. You know, that's just me. So I wouldn't trade anyway, so I figured I may as well roll SSF. That way at least I can be like, SSF, by the way. You know, it's all about that E-Peen. Also, it makes it really easy when people are like, hey, we want to jump in, we can trade, do a run. It's like, oh, SSF, man. Oh, okay, cool, I get that. You know? And it's totally acceptable to be a loner if you're playing playing in that league. Yeah.
The harvest is... Perhaps not as thrilling as killing someone in cold blood, but you must admit there is a satisfaction to be had.
Do we kill these idiots? Let's kill these idiots. What am I supposed to take? I'm supposed to take that one, okay. Oh, they're all ready? Okay.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Panz, you got thumped. Yeah, I just don't see the point. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should be making some stuff. Should I just make some gear? Is that what we're supposed to do? Make some gear? Oh, they need more. Okay. Wait, was there a thing up here? I don't know what this is doing. There is some min-max to it, yeah. I'm just kind of going through the motions with this because it's... I don't want to get to endgame and be like, I don't have any of the stuff, but I feel like I don't have any of the stuff anyway. You got movement speed on you? She might actually go do that. Oh, you haven't played this league? Okay. Apparently the gearing is like stupidly overpowered with that crafting stuff. Like targeted exalts and removals and things. Nice. Your friends are enjoying it? Yeah. That's good, hey. I've heard a lot of good feedback about it from players that, you know, do more than just the casual thing like me. But people that only sort of play up to Act 10 Katava and do a little bit of mapping have said the same thing I've said. They're like, it feels like there's nothing to do for them. I've got to find the can. Oh, man, I never find this. Please be down here somewhere. I end up like walking around forever looking for this stupid candle in the wall. People have said that it's never before him though, and in this one where he's like locked in a thing, it feels like it'll be just down here. It's usually at like an ending point, right? It's not gonna be there. Boom. Yeah, loving this Spellslinger thing though. Can't wait till I get another one set up on a different piece of gear. We get multiple spells bouncing around. That'll look cool. Yeah, slow Act 3 today. That's alright, I'm enjoying it. And more importantly, don't jinx it, no deaths. Panz! Why would you say that? It's not like you've got extremely low DPS output and Dominus is hard. Alright, candle. Dominus schmominus. That fight surprises me every time. Where it's like, I think this is going to be the first time that I know I'm going to get slaughtered and it's going to happen. Right, whereas the previous ones where I thought I was going to struggle, I've just whomped him. And ones where I was super confident, he just wiped the floor with me. Whereas this one's going to be a struggle. And I think I know it's going to be a struggle, so I'll play it slightly differently, but... Oh, there it is. I did okay finding this stuff. I'm going to have to find some damage. I mean, I think the first phase will be easy. Like, getting to him will be... like, that won't be a problem. But once it's just me and him, that's where it's going to be a problem. TDV was like, have you thought about picking up some gear? It's like, I want useful gear. He's like, you're leaving it all on the floor. No, it's not hardcore. I died to, what's her face? Mavale. It's like the first time I died to Mavale. I got there and I was still using my starter skills. I hadn't upgraded. And, because I didn't realize there was no single target damage. We hadn't really had a single target fight that mattered. And I get to Mavale and, like, nothing's happening. Her health is just not moving. If I can't see the loot, there is no loot. That's why, yeah, loot filters, right? No, I haven't set my loot filter quite that high. Well, that's ready to go. Okay, so I think I've started to work out the timing on that. That looked reasonable. Add a socket to something. No. It's probably there somewhere. Yeah, some 4 links would be amazing. Oh, I think what'll be a huge output would just be getting another 3 link, which I could probably just go craft. If I get a good enough 6 energy shield, woo! Oh, it's actually better than that. Okay. If I get decent enough items, I'll just go craft it. One of the advantages for, I think, my playstyle is the overkilling and picking up of currencies is that I can just go to the crafting bench and waste a lot of currency crafting sockets on stuff. On leveling gear and not care. In fact, we might be doing that very soon.
Too much clutter.
You shut your face. Oh, dead ends. Dead ends suck. Siosa, I did your bidding for you. I guess that's where I was supposed to teleport back to town and then take the waypoint out to here. It's too time saving for me.
When I'm ready, and not before.
So bossy. Fire pen, cold pen. I don't think I'm wanting any of these. Where's my shopping list? Lightning pen? I think I have a lightning pen, don't I? Oh, I don't. I do want a lightning pen, but that's for my 4. Oh, we take it then. Oh, okay. Let's put that there for now. Just go make a 4 link. Actually, that's like a guaranteed way of getting a better one, isn't it? Just go make a 4-link. Huh. Is it better to do it this way? Oh, I've got to get in the Azurite mines. Gross. Alright. I've got 4 fusings. That's not going to happen. Panz, you haven't been collecting enough crap. Titavil's like, yeah, this is Titavil. Yeah, you get more gear. More gear. Huh. What do we need for this? I don't have anything. Why haven't you been collecting items, Panz? I wonder if the item drop... you know, I was saying, like, I seem to... it feels like there's less items, and maybe it's because the new crafting thing.
Hello. Watch yourself.
Maybe you've got something.
Hello.
Hello. What have I got in here? Okay, so I could swap that out to somewhere else. If you had anything decent. Why can't you have some decent stuff?
Don't do anything I would.
Need something?
Alright, Nano, thanks for popping by, man. Hope things are gonna stay okay for you. If not, get better. But, you know, in today's age, right?
Be careful.
That tab, please. Yeah, sell more stuff, Panz. Pick up more items. I wonder if I put that in there anyway. Probably not. Oh. What's the plan? Oh, gardens? Trial 6. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then we could probably go to labs. Realise Titavil's the perfect role model. Yeah, you're not far off, mate. He does. Like a lump of wood. You on your bike? You better be on your bike. You training? Jeez, it's late for you. Yeah, 1 AM, can't sleep. I join the club. There's a lot of people here that... Whoa!
Emperor must know precisely where he stands.
Am I supposed to get a crafting recipe? I probably should, right? Now just get out. Okay, next time get that on the way in. Alright, so we can go do labs now, but I don't know how I beat what's-his-face. You're up for training in 5 hours? Dude. How far are you going tomorrow? You at 50Ks yet? Or do you just go straight from like 20, 30 straight up to 100? Either go kill Dominus or we go do labs, and I don't think I can do either of them. Yeah, normally I'd be doing Spire already, but it's Saturday and I want to do some Path of Exile. I'm about to swap over soon. We're getting close to the end of this act. I've just got to do Scepter and kill Dominus, but like I said, I don't think I can. So I think we just go do labs. This will be fun. By fun, I mean the slaughter. Ugh.
Hello.
Hello.
Be careful.
Anything in particular keeping you up, or just life? No, that's the arena. Don't go there. Help! Get out!
That would just make life complicated.
Mm-hmm. So she says. Alright.
You stand before the gates of the Lord's
Yeah, Zara. We stand before the gates of the Lord.
The just goddess presides
No, that's
over
not what
us
I wanted.
all.
That's the one. Oh, we should be fine, right? What are we level? 33? We're 33. If I get anything with 3 sockets, I'd probably bail. One of the knights just can't go down? Yeah. Drop by, say hi. Well, hello! I actually went down really well after our chat yesterday. Like, I put my head down and I was out. So I'm glad we stopped when we did. That was... Yeah, it's not only... I can't remember the last time I fell asleep so quickly. You would just experience PoE, dude sitting normal mode Act 1, trying to goad people level 2 characters PvP him. In the level 70 character. Sometimes people fall for it, man. And then he gets to feel real good about himself. They do it in WoW. That used to be the thing in World of Warcraft. It probably still is. Where people would sit outside the major towns with their stupidly high-level character, like putting up request to duel, like low-level characters. That was pretty much it, right? Like, you have to be bad to know that that's how you're killing people, is by fighting people so many levels below you. It's one of the reasons, one of the main reasons I don't stream 4X games. Is because a lot of the mentality is, oh, just build up an army like 10 times, sit there forever, build up an army 10 times the size of theirs and then steamroll them. And I look at it and go, that's not much fun. I'd rather sort of go in strategically as early as possible and have a fun fight. And then if you lose, you lose, and if you win, well then cool, right? But if you lose in that situation, all those people are like, see, you should have waited till you had like a 10 times bigger army. It's like, yeah, but that's
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path.
You know, this will be the test.
Some things
What do we have? We got statues? Oh, gargoyles? Okay, we have to destroy these, right? So this is fine. This fight's going to take forever anyway, so if I have to wait to destroy them... Next.
When I'm ready and not before.
Oh.
Commit to your course.
I think we're actually going to be fine here. Nice, okay. Come on, get out. Get out.
You are relentless.
Now I've got to work out how I'm going to kill him. Whoa! I mean, yeah. So it looks like we're going to hopefully be able to take the easy path where we just don't have any extras. We're not going to get any extra keys or chests or anything. We might be able to make it through, but there's slow DPS for the single target. I haven't even looked at my resistances. They're doing alright, actually. This has been such a cool little bonus pre-stream. I really hope I can keep this up and do stuff like this every week. Even if I can only do it every second week, that'd be nice. Oh, it'd be okay, I guess. Do we want to... I wonder if I can avoid this. What do we got left in Monster Train to do, TWL? Apart from Bone Papa. Yeah, it's just gilding, yeah? Have you looked at any of the beta stuff? Oh, you've got everything? Alright, that's definitely better than that one. Can I do this without that? I think so.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
Oh, where are we going?
To entertain doubt is to dance with death.
Oh, that's alright. You having fun? Have you got a gold shadow eater yet? That's the... What do we got? Oh, I gotta make him kneel. This is gonna be the tough one.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Make your mark. Honor your name.
Come on.
Such resilience. The people
Are they all down? Oh, one standing.
are true
That's okay.
sovereign.
You do? Muscle minus, spikes, stupid amounts of energy, memories are melted, quick and multi-strike. Yeah, of course. How do you lose with that? That sounds fun though. I think worst case scenario, after we get through Dominus today, before next week, I might have to just farm up some gear in one of the zones, and I'm happy to do that. I'll do that off stream. Spikies! Spikies and Bernies! There's the stuff. Okay, levers. How do I get through? Stand still, Panz. Everything is fine. There it is. Silly 0 DPS player. Player, why don't you have damage? It's AoE. Oh, I know what I should do. Is it too late now? No, too late now. I think. wonder if I should be doing this. Hang on. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. That might help. I mean, we'll find out. So instead of having the support gems on two separate sets of gear with the Spellslingers, which is definitely ideal. Just got both spells on the one slinger, so at least I should have a decent single target. I could probably even swap it out and not have the AoE, but I think that'd be bad. I didn't think of that before. So new. Yeah, I'd still sound a new player. Am I still a new? Yeah, I'm still a new player. I'm probably not, but. Yeah, that'd really help with Dominus as well. How do I get into there?
The pursuit of power can be a grotesque affair.
Oh. Yeah, this is working out fine, just fine. Alright, come on, Azara.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
I think we have one. Yeah, none from the first one. Oh, I must have got all three. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too bad then.
The Empire awaits you with open jaws.
Oh, he does have one. That's heaps better.
And not before.
There is no escape.
Easy, easy. Oh! Oh, the boots. Those boots. Alright. Now we're talking.
Before your emperor, you are worthy. Before the goddess of justice, you
Probably not, right?
are
Too
worthy.
much clutter.
Receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise, Ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
Okay, so if we can link that as well, this could get pretty good. Gloves? But my gloves are poop. I feel when you don't have any gloves because they're... Trigger word thunder on kill. We might be able to roll that though. Chrome it out. Man, they're awful. Where's the thing? Give me the thing. Commander of Darkness.
Embrace the serene power that is undead.
Get rid of all that color. Resist capped. Alright, now we go Slaughter Dominus, I think. I think that's the plan. Slaughter Dominus. And that's gotta go somewhere else, I think. Let's go get move speed on that first. And then sort out those sockets. You do not have sufficient currents. Really? Huh. Right, well, we'll do it without movement speed for now then, I guess. So I want the ball lightning one more than anything else then. Another Spellslinger, please, Clarissa. Alright, I want the biggest Spellslinger then, I guess. There. We want ball lightning. Slow projectiles. Controlled destruction.
Watch yourself.
Slow projectiles from Yena. I don't think I've got a slower. Flicker strike, no thanks.
Greetings.
Wait. Oh, it's from Siosa. My bad.
Go with the spirit.
Hey, nothing signified. Oh, I'm SSF. But thank you. I'm probably not. I just picked up 4-link blue socket boots from Azaro, and it
have someone to talk to.
It like just made my night. Like I was so struggling for gear that I had my spell. I had two spells on a single three link Spellslinger with no support gems. And as soon as I did that, like everything went so much better. I was in like with such 0 DPS. So I had Arc and Ball Lightning on a Spellslinger. That was it. But we're happier now. Why? Where is the... Power Siphon... Winter Orb. I remember Winter Orb. You guys remember Winter Orb? It's a lot of projectiles. How's your Path of Exile going? Oh, it's green. Okay. That would explain why I can't find it. Oh, it's the one green gem I need. Oh, I might put something else in. I might just put added lightning in there for now then. We'll just level it somewhere else. You want an olive chance? I wish there was a stash here. Why isn't there a stash here? You got to a good start, been super busy, a couple weeks at work, now getting back into it today, then back at work tomorrow. Oh, you're doing an EdCon? I love EdCon. I'm not very good at it, but I love it, right? It's just fun. Actually, that'd be a huge quality of life if Siosa could just take from your stash. What else would I put in there? Oh, I'll put the added lightning in for now, wasn't it? Yeah, everything explodes without clicking. How good was that in the what was the league with the purple gems that puts the two armies fighting? That was a thing. Legion, that's right. That just felt really good, hey. Okay, arcane. Where's my other Spellslinger? Oh, an arc on that one. With arcane surge. No, with lightning pen. Elemental focus, at least. Arcane surge can go back on the flame dash. All right, so I think we're ready. Are we ready to move on then? So I'm not going to get wave on as well. Right, let's call that ready. As ready as we're going to be. Unless I try to link that. You know what? Why not? Because if we do, then I get to put the extra one on there. Just be good, forehead.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Is the first ironic you get semi every time you bump into a monolith? Yes, you should. It's supposed to be okay in the Delirium one things as well. Cannot confirm. But the monoliths are just, yeah. Or you know the things you get from the hands? You know the hand that sticks up, you click on it and it puts the big circle, gets bigger and bigger, and you get the splinters? When you get 100 of those, yeah, the breaches. Right, I'd never gotten a full breach stone ever until Delirium, and then they were just dropping. And like a couple of those, they're just jam packed with enemies. And I saw a video of someone doing one. It was before the Delirium one, but they had an EdCon. And they were just running up behind it, and it was just, you know, it was like a stack of dominoes. I mean, you've got to have 100 of them. That's why, like,
See you.
if you don't play enough, how do you get 100 splinters? That one's going... Wait, what's going in there?
What is it?
I've got rubbish, and I would like you to take it. Take all my rubbishes. Oh, and these rubbishes? That's a start. Oh, that's a rubbish as well. Okay. Spellslinger. What do we got? Arcane Element of Focus. Wave and another Control Destruction. Definitely need to get Flame Dash back in. Oh, there's Lightning Pen. I'll save that for something else. You can go there for now. Actually. Blue green? Goes there. No. Doesn't matter. Yena and Yena. Okay. Please have enough currency, Panz. I don't want to die to Dominus, and I don't want to have to go farm stuff. We could probably do Dominus without this, but...
Yes?
That's nice. Oh, very good. Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye. We just ditch the mines completely then? I guess so. Now let's see how this goes. Can we sling? Tee-hee. Too loud. Always too loud. I'm feeling good about this. That changes everything. Like when you just get a little bit of your setup happening,
must come down.
And it's usually somewhere around this point in the game. I'm not going to go in there this time.
Take these to the grove.
No. Oh, yes.
Better this way.
Oh, it feels good. Just murder everything, forehead. Like, just steamrolls them. Wait, where's the waypoint? I can never remember where it is. I thought that you needed that.
The harvest is ready at last.
I went the wrong way. I wonder if there's a visual cue on which way you're supposed to go in here. Well, I mean, there's an orange door that sort of tells you should be going that way, but it's a bit late by the time you find that. It just makes me smile. Alright, I guess let's do this then. No.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Oh, I was too close, Panz. I mean, wrecked him. Faith, have faith, have faith. Wrecked him.
No one will cry for you, Dominus. Not a soul.
Well, we found the damage. We definitely found the damage. Huh.
You have mounted the summit of the Empire. Of course.
I think that was quicker than like all the previous end act bosses combined. Like, easily. There's a couple close calls there though. A couple very close calls there. But